Okay, guys, 1, 2, 3, testing sound. So, guys, I just come here to say hi. I see that there are some people already in the chat. We are going to start, but before starting, I just want to know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, please just chat into the chat. Give me any sign of life, so I will be able to know that actually it's working fine and you are able to hear me. Right now, I'm unable to hear myself, but let me try a little bit here. Let me try something. All right, and guys, how are you? Well, the season starts. And okay, I'm able to hear myself, guys, so that's very awesome. Okay, so once more, let me switch the screen so you will be able to see myself here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, guys, so welcome to the class number 5. Welcome. I see that Davon is here. Don't worry, you all are not almost late. Remember that we got a waiting room before we start the class, so that's okay. You are on time. And also, I see here that there are some things that we need to do before starting the class, but don't worry. Okay, guys, so how are you, Davon? How it's going today? Let's start, as always, by starting with the waiting room, okay? So, I think only one game left to test from the previous minicamp. We are going to take just 5 or 10 minutes to test this game, as it was one of the winners from the previous season. So, no, those are my maps. All right, it's here. And let me search for it. I got now a lot of maps. I have to clean up a little bit this. But this is the one that I think, no, it's this one. The left is this map is created by Amante Shiro. Her UID, you can see it right now on the screen, but I'm going to put it just in the chat because I know, guys, that probably if you like the map, you will be able to search for it and download it, okay? So this is a survival map, but it's based on how do you call this? I forgot the name of this anime. Totoro, my neighbor Totoro. I don't remember if it's Totoro or Totoro, but yeah, it's based on this one, okay? So let's continue and let's host this map in multiplayer. And know, guys, that probably most of you won't be able to play, but we are here, so even if I am in single player, I will be able to test. So Davon is telling me I'm fine. All right, that's nice. Or you find yourself. That was a bad joke, guys. So let's start with it. And remember, guys, we are just making the waiting room. The actual class is going to start in around 6:15 in Vietnam time. Okay. So when you access the game, of course, you need to wait for another player to join. So probably I have to take my phone for that. So just give me a second. I'm just going to search for my phone. All right, guys, so I'm back. I got my phone right here and I'm going to try to access with my phone. So we will be able to check how it works, okay? Anyway, guys, if you have questions, please let me know about the minicamp. Probably you find some errors or some problems during the minimap creation. So please let me know so I will be able to resolve your questions. So welcome, Basti Soriano. How are you? How it's doing for all the day? Oh no, there is around 10 people in class, but most of the people never chat. So yeah, according to the real-time stats, I see that there is around 10 people connected. 27, 3, 2, 33, sorry. I completely forgot my UID, guys. That never happened to me. But let me check here. Just 1 second. Okay, 27, 69, 3, 2, 3. All right. All right, so I'm accessing with the other account in my phone, so I will be able to test this map for you, or with you guys, okay? So I was able to join. Let's start the game very quick to show you the basics. You can see the decoration is around the turtle. All right, so at the beginning, as always, you can have some power-ups that you can use just to get into the game and have some extra advantage in comparison of other players, okay? That's something that you can do. Of course, I'm going to do it on my cell phone too, and yeah, I just buy some things. And here you can see the instructions, but for some reason, those are in Chinese. I think it's a book with mini word. I'm going to take the time to do a parkour while we wait for the game to start. Oh, I cannot jump there, I think. Yeah, no, I cannot jump there. So in that part, I cannot access. Yeah, it looks very cool. I really like the decoration. Okay, this is the first game. It's being called Corre Toroto. In English, it's like Run Toroto. This is a Spanish map, guys. And I think it's the map that we already know. It's the map related to the bridge, but also you have to avoid those specific small monsters. I don't remember the name of those. Oh, okay. So I just realized every time that you pick up a coin, you are going to go backwards. And here, where is this? Okay, I don't see anything. Okay, next minigame. Okay, this is a fight actually. So in this one, what you have to do is to use the umbrella just to hit all your players and kill them, if I'm not wrong, okay? Okay, let me see. Yes, you have to do that. Alright, so, well, I'm not going to kill the other player because if I kill my other account that is not playing, probably I'm going to die very quickly, so I don't want that. I just wanted to show you the different games. Okay, but I don't take too much life from the other player. This is the gato bus, or the bus. You have to keep running away from the bus. Oh, I almost died there. Okay. Oof, no, I died. Alright. You mean, just to play in another language? Okay, just in time, I lost the game. Okay guys, that was the game that I want to show you for today, as we are going to take... Let me put this a little bit farther away, so you will be able to see my hands moving. So, this was the game that I want to show you from the last minicam that was one of the winners. So, welcome to Anne. So now we are going to start the class, but first, before start the class, I see that Davon is asking me if I know how to change the language on a map. If the creator map set a language. You mean to traduce the language? Well, if you want to have the traduction option, alright, okay. What you got to do is the next thing. You got to just access here, alright. Where was that? I completely forgot, but I think it's... You need to select a map, as an example, this one, and you are going to have this option here. So when you click on that, it's going to ask you to select which language you want to play for that game, okay? So as an example, I can set up in English, and that's it. Okay, all right. Now there is a book on MiniWord that doesn't allow me to continue. I'm going to restart MiniWord because, well, you know, mini books, sometimes that happens. So my UID is going to be 2769. All right. So moving back to the presentation, guys. So I want to know how are you? I want to know if everything is go. Oh no, actually, I don't get any haircut. It's just that I just climbed my hair, so that's it. But yeah, I supposed to go to the hair cutter, but I didn't get the time. But I think this week I'm going to go to get my new haircut. I just letting the hair growing up a little bit to be able to, to have more ways to cut my hair. So guys, let's start with the game, okay? So as always, guys, we are in the minicamp of class number 5 from the 6 classes that we are going to see. That means that tomorrow is going to be the last class. And let me move this a little bit more. Yes. So and very important, guys, as this is the class number 5, and tomorrow is going to be the last class. Today we have to finish a lot of things, and tomorrow also. But don't worry, we are going to have enough time. For those that are new and are watching the streaming by first time, the minicamp is an event that happens every month. And every month, with me, you are going to learn how to do different games. In this case, we are going to learn how to do a winter game, and a specific one that is going to be more like a MOBA shooting winter game. And after you learn with me by 6 weeks, you will be able to participate and just to compete with the other players, with the other students, to get some money, some real money awards, and also some glory awards from the camp. Okay, so the awards that you can win by participating, and remember this happens all the months, it's the next one. You can win $40 prize. That is going to be the excellent award. It's going to be up for 8 people. Then we got the best learning award. This is for $35. It's up to 16 people. It's the most one of the easiest one to go on. We got also the most creative award. This is going to be for $35, and the limit is 5 people, one of the hardest to get. Then we get the best progress award with $15, and this is going to be up to 30 people. It's the one that is going to prize or give the prize for more people, but also is going to be one of the hardest to win. And let me explain why, guys. What happened with this one is that the price for this one is going to be only for developers that are level 1 or no developers at all. Okay, in this screen you can see more details about what we can win with this one and how you can win it, how you can earn it. But that's it, okay? Also, don't forget about the dates. In the screen, you are going to see the final dates. Starting the day after tomorrow, you can start submitting your map to the minicamp. That's very important, guys. And you have up to the 30th of December to submit your map. Right after that, we are going to take the time to just rank your maps to be able to give some qualifications. And around the 5th of January, you are going to get the winners, okay? So Kenzie is telling me hi. So welcome, Kenzie. How are you? Welcome to the class. You are not late. We are just starting. And hi, Vincent. How are you? Everything is going good. I see that you're coming in the morning, Vincent. All right. So now, guys, very important. As always, we are going to have different prices. This you already know this. That is we got a minicamp Discord server just for you. I just want to know, guys, apart from the minicamp server, did you use Facebook or did you use any other network? So I will be able to create like a second channel as an example for Facebook, for Instagram, from TikTok. Just let me know, okay? Let me know into the comments that, and let's continue. Then finally, in this channel, you are going to find all the tools that I'm going to explain during the class. So in case you want to know more information about some tool, or you forgot to see, or you weren't able to see how the tool was used, or where I find the tool that I'm going to teach you, just go to the description for this channel and or any of the other videos, and you're going to find the different ways that you can use for just get extra tools. As an example, you can get a lot of icons from anywhere. You can get scripts. You can get some tools to edit as officially supposed to be, okay? I see. No, I mean, today is 22, but I mean the class, the final date in which you can submit your map is going to be the 25. If I'm not wrong, the last class is going to be tomorrow. Yeah, that is going to be 23. Okay? Now, guys, let's start with the objectives for this class. Today, we are going to have to work in most of the triggers that we are going to learn. So today's class is going to be just focused on triggers. The cool thing about this is that a lot of them are going to be separate triggers that you can use in your map. We're not using all the scripts or all the triggers that I use for this map, so that's going to be very useful. We are going to start with brain triggers. You know what it means, brain in here. It's just the main systems, the system that controls everything, that handles all the systems. Then we are going to learn the basic building stage triggers. That means that you will be able to have a building scenario right now, the building stage after the map starts. And then we are going to learn how to do the upgrade, downgrade triggers. With that, you don't have to worry. You are going to have also upgradable blocks that you can use for a lot of games, not for just this kind of games, also for fighting games, for tag games, for a lot of things, okay? Then, guys, in the overview of the class, we are in the week number 3. We are in the class number 5. That means that tomorrow is the last class. Remember, tomorrow, same channel. And in the next class, we are going to learn, actually not this, we are going to learn some basic things that are going to be the combat stage triggers. That's going to be the main focus of the next class. But remember, guys, that we are going to probably learn more things. As an example, if you have questions, if you want to ask me how a trigger works, probably if we get enough time in that class, I will be able to explain everything on detail, okay? Now, guys, let's move ahead. Let's start with the brain triggers. And also, I see that Twan Hai is here, so welcome. Hi. Oh, I see. You sleep on 10 p.m. So you will have enough time right now, I think. I'm not sure, but it seems that you are from Vietnam, according to the writing of your name. So I think we are going to have enough time. Oh, I see. And you want to tell us how do you do that, Davon? How do you get extra 13 things in Multiverse? All right, guys. So, like in small, in shortness, in resume, this is how our system is going to work. As always, we always got everything ordered into a folder, into a trigger set, and the trigger set is many word systems, okay? So in many word systems, we already covered some parts. As an example, doing the registration for the players. So the players are going to have some variables when they access to the map, and it's going to be easier with that to edit a lot of things, okay? But now we are going to do an extra mile. We have a couple of things extra that we have to do in main systems, okay? First, we need to create the brain. The brain is which is going to tell the game, okay, so this is going to be the stage that is going to happen right now. Next is going to be the next one. And when this happens, when the stage change, I need you to set up those rules. It's the boss of the game is which is going to tell all the other triggers what they have to do or what those triggers need to be active, or when, sorry, those triggers need to be activated. So how it works, first we are going to have a timer. As always, we already created this timer that was game start, and we are going to continue using that one, okay? So it's very easy. The trigger works like this. Whenever the time is 0, remember that this timer is repeating itself a lot of times, but whenever the time is 1, we are going to spawn the players into the spawning area, and we are going to tell the game, okay, try to execute all the different stage, and that's it. As you see, it's very simple. But the cool thing about this is that we are going to have 2 triggers more. Those triggers are going to be actually like the second parts, like children's from this one, and those are going to check a condition, okay? So if game status is equals to 0, it's going to execute any building. If game status is equals to 1, sorry, I forgot to change this, we are going to execute the combat stage. And what is the first thing that we are going to do? As soon as as an example, a Boolean scenario starts, we are going to change game status, that is a variable that handles the status, to the part number 2. That means that we are going to enter in building a scenario, and we are going to run some inventory rules. So every scenario is going to have their own inventory, and we are going to turn on the Boolean rules. As you see, it's just the same trigger. The difference is that they are going to activate different things, okay? All right, so I see that you are speaking about the Chinese version. Oh, well, I didn't know that, but probably it's because the Chinese prohibition. So right now in China, if you are the children, according to the rules of the government, you cannot play. If you are the children, you cannot play more than 4 hours. I think it is, yes, more than 4 hours per week, any kind of game, or else, I mean, all the games, or yeah, it works for all the games if I'm not wrong. So if you are a children in China, you only can play for 4 hours video games at week. So I think they do it for that reason. All right, guys. So let's start and let's do in the practice this. Let's move ahead and let's switch to Multiverse. And we are going to start with this, guys. We are going to start with the triggers section. Right, and please, Davon, explain us what is that book that you mentioned before, so we will be able to take a look in it. All right, guys, so check the screen right now. Okay, no, don't check the screen right now because it's not loading yet, but now it's loading, okay? So, first, we will need to access to the trigger section, okay? So remember, guys, we already organized that. Okay, so as we already organized all the triggers in different folders, it's going to be easier, okay? So just access to developer tools, then move ahead and move to the triggers section, okay? In the triggers section, we got all the systems, probably those are empty, but we are going to move to the one that says main systems, okay? In main systems, we already create all the other triggers after starting here to here. So we are going to start with the brain one, okay? So what we are going to do with brain, remember we already create that, but probably if you didn't create, just create a trigger and put the name brain on it, or you can put whatever name you want it, okay? Welcome Nguyen. Bantuan, welcome to the class. Now let's do the next thing. We are going to add, as always, as we are going to check a timer, we are going to add just designate timer here. Once you add it, you are going to select here which timer we are going to use. And for this game, we are only using one, that is game start. And we are going to use that to start the game. Then we are going to add some condition. As always, the condition is going to be very simple, just to be sure that the timer is in 0. Something that I forgot to tell you, or I actually didn't, but I want to remind you, is that this timer at the beginning needs to be repeated timer as true. Okay, guys, remember we had this on the first class, and it's very important that this is going to be at first time. Okay, so very important, guys. When you have a timer that doesn't repeat, you will have the way to check when the timer goes to 0. But if the timer repeats, it's not going to work you with 0, so you always have to check the number 1 instead, okay, when it left 1 second. And that's what we are going to do here. So just add on here a new action, okay, mini word, and you are going to go to tools. In tools, you are going to go to determine timer time, okay? And when you are in timer time, okay, what happened? My mouse is not working fine for some reason. Okay, I think I need to move a little bit to the side so the mouse is going to have better signal. All right, and in timer time, you are going to expand this section and you are going to select game start time is equals to 1, okay? That's it. Now that you got that added, we are going to add the actions, okay, guys? So remember the last class, we create something that was this specific trigger that was spawn all the players, okay? Remember, what it's going to do is to move all the players to the location where they are going to just start the game, okay? So we are going to move all the players. For move all the players, just hit on add a new action, then select player group and execute or operate trigger on player set, okay? When you got this, you are going to select spawn all the players on triggers, okay? Come on, mouse, work. Okay, okay. So you are going just to select useful functions and you are going to select all players, okay? Now, this is going to be executed in function player group all players. And please put here check the conditions as true, okay? That's going to move all the players to the main section, they are going to spawn where they are going to start playing. Now we need to do a couple of extra actions, okay? So for be able to doing this, you are going to stop right here and you are going to create a new trigger right here, okay? The name of the first trigger is going to be named as ini building, okay? Just create that one for now, okay? All right, so when you create this one, you are going to move to that one, okay? And check that I put a color and a number, so I will be sure which one is it. And we are going to start creating that, okay? So before I start creating that, just hit, we are not going to add any kind of event, guys, that's okay. Okay. Now, now, let's do this. Let's add a condition, and the condition it's going to be to check the game status. So, how do you do that? Remember, just add a condition, okay? The condition is going to be numerical comparison, okay? I already added here, so for some reason my mouse is not working as it's supposed to be. But the condition is going to be, you are going to select in the first section variable, and you are going to add the one that is being called, or it's going to be called as game status, okay? That's the name of it, just name it as game status, okay? Then you have to set up an equals to 0, okay? So remember, whenever the game status is 0, that means that is a building scenario, okay? You can see it right here. 0 is lobby, where you can buy the things. Number 1 is building, and number 3 is playing. So the first action that we are going to do for this one is just to switch the game status to the number 1. So just go here. Then we are going to select on here math words, triggered, I think it is. Assigned, sorry. So go to assigned and you are going to select value setup, okay? When you select value setup, what you are going to do is to just set up game status as 1, okay? That's very important, guys. Game status needs to be 1, okay? So now you are going to add another couple of things, okay? So the next thing that you are going to add is a text. So remember, guys, with this, we always are going to change the text that is just in the top, the timer text, okay? So what you are going to do is just to add another setup, okay? Another value setup. So you go here, you just scroll down and you select assign, okay? When you select assign, you are going to select set character string, okay? So when you select that one, you are going to select in the first step just game status text. Probably you already got this variable created for the previous classes. And you are going to put the text build your own defenses, okay? So once more, this is going to be the text that you are going to put for the scenario, okay? So you can put whatever as an example build, or yeah, whatever is going to happen in this stage. In my case, is going to be build your defenses. And then we are going to start the timer again. So how do you do that, okay? What we are going to do is to add a changer timing, okay? So for those that don't remember how to do it, just go here, go to timer, and select change timer timing, okay? And what you are going to do is to change timer start. Remember, we already got this variable created here. And very important, at the beginning, like the last class, on the class previously to that one, we create a system that was a gaming, okay? And in that one, we set up this. That was how much time is going to take to build this scenario. So we have to select that is building time, okay? That is the one that we need to check for. Then we are going just to close and we are going to add a text. Of course, I want to just explain this. As always, I put a separator on it. You only need to put one, okay? This is going to be sent by the chat, but remember, if you want to create something like I put separations here, so it's going to be more dramatic, more impressive for the player. It's going to have like more attention from him into the chat. You can do this, or you can use just one. That is the one in the middle. So this is a simple text that is going to be showing in the chat for all the players. So for this, just scroll down, go to the player group, and in player group, you are going to select the part that says display chat info to player group. Remember, it's player group, display chat info to player group. And what you are going to put on there in the first part, search for all players. So be sure that it says all players. And over here, just put the text, whatever text you want to put for the players to know what they have to do. In my case, it's build and repair your defenses. So as you see, it's almost the same that you got here, is the same text that you go here, okay? And then we are going to have more options, okay? So, did you remember this? We got like a different folders here. So we are going to turn on just the stage that we want to turn on. So remember, for opening or start any building scenario or any specific trigger set, so you don't have to do it one by one, you can do it all in one time, is you need to select player group and you need to select activate, it's in triggers, and you need to select change trigger set status, okay? Very important, set. This one is not the correct one. This is the correct one. And remember, you are going to remember because it said set status. Okay, I already got it here, but I already added before, so I don't need to add it right now, okay? So, in the information that you need to put in is just, it's going to ask you to select which trigger set you want to activate. So you are going to select the one that says building stage, and you are going to keep it in on, okay? This is going to activate those triggers, so you are going to reduce the lag a lot, okay? All right, so now we are going to actually add another thing, but for this, we need to move here to building stage, okay? And once you are in building stage, you are going to add a new trigger, okay? Once you add the new trigger, here, you are going to put the name of it, and it's going to be inventory building, okay? That's very important, guys. Just put the name on. Inventory building is going to be the stage that, which is going to give all the items for the player for the inventory stage. So just put it on. Once you create that, you are going to come back to this one. Just remember, for now we are going to create it, but we are not going to add content. And we are going to add a new action. The action is going to be player group. And player group, we are going to just do an operate trigger to trigger set, okay? That means that all the players are going to have that action executed, okay? And the action that we are going to have is perform inventory build. Remember, this is the one that we just created and is here. It's the one that we just created some minutes ago. For all the players, that's very important, and check the conditions as true, okay? With this, we already have our first part finished, our brain almost finished. We left a couple of things more. Then we got to create another stage that is going to be the combat, okay? So just hit here and hit copy, okay? Whenever you copy, it's going to allow you to put the same folder, okay? So just select your main system folder And on there, we are going to have the same, but we are going to change the name when you paste it, okay? So the previous one was building. This one is going to be just to combat, okay? And what is going to be the big difference between those two is that building is just, once more, when you start the game and when you put the scenario, when you put the blocks, and combat is when the players can fight each other to conquer the game, okay? So just put the name on it. All right, and when you do it, you need to change the next information. On here, you have a 0, you have to put a 1, okay, in the condition. Next, we got a number 1 on here, so we need to put a number 2 on the combat, okay? That's very important. Then, on here, of course, you need to change the text, okay? Sorry. So, okay, my mouse is not working very well. Sorry for that, guys. Okay, what is happening here? Let me, all right. Now you see this, okay? On here you can see, guys, you can see the text that you have to put on. And it's just what describe what the players have to do in that stage. In this stage is just attack the enemy stronghold. And that's going to be it. Now we got another section here and it's the game start, okay? So as you notice, on here we don't have that. So we have a different number, so you just need to edit, okay? On here we used to have something like this, building time. On here instead, you are going to put a number and put the amount of time that you are going to have for building for attack. In my case, it's going to be 610 minutes to conquer the enemy building, okay? And that's it. Now, next step, edit here once more. In the text, you need to put the description about what your players are going to have to do in this scenario. In my case, is attack and enter to the enemy score. That's it, okay? As you see, it's very simple. Now, as you see, it has the same information here, okay? But we got some extra triggers. But don't worry, I'm going to tell you how to do those, okay? So now we need to turn on the building stage. So remember, once more, we are going to select this, and here it's going to ask us in change trigger status, which status we are going to turn on. We are going to select combat stage, okay? And it needs to be on. Then we are going to select another action. So we don't have created this, so we need to create a trigger just by now. But don't worry, later we are going to implement it better. So just move to combat stage. You are going to select new trigger and you're going to create a new trigger. The name for it is going to be, okay, really mini word. Okay. So the name of this trigger, come on, it's going to be combat stage or inventory combat, okay? Once you got created this, don't add anything, just move ahead. Let's go to building stage, sorry, for main systems once more. And when you are in just building systems, just access here, and you are going to select that one here, okay? So remember, in here, we got the different like triggers, so select combat stage and select inventory combat, okay? And that's it, you keep everything like it is, okay? But right now, apart from that, we need to add a couple more, okay? So the first one is that we need to turn off all the actions for inventory building stage. So how we can do that? Just as we add here, like the one that we got here, if you can copy and paste it, so just hit copy and paste it, okay? And paste it into the same folder. So apart from this, the second one is going to be building stage. So you need to turn off that building stage. How you can do it? Just select the trigger set, the trigger folder. I always explain like that. And just change this to off, okay? What we are going to do with that is turn off all that systems because we don't need the triggers for the building stage anymore. Once you do that, just copy and paste. The second one is going to be the same, but instead of selecting trigger set combat stage, you are going to select upgrade blocks, okay? Then copy and paste again, and you are going to select in the third one, you're going to select again downgrade blocks, okay? That will be it for this part. On this part, we already finished. Like the first part, of course, I have some extra here, but that is just for my map. That is not going to be very useful for yours because you don't have the same construction here, okay? So let me just clear the background so you are going to see better the scripts, okay? So guys, in this point, we already finished the first part of our class, okay? That was to construct this scenario. You have already all the different triggers activated. So now I'm going to give you the code, okay? I'm going to take the time now to read the chat because I forgot a little bit of the chat. I was focused. Okay, and Perro Fachero says hello. So welcome, Perro Fachero, to the class. Tuan says hi. Okay, you're still talking about the Chinese version. All right, so yes, yeah, the Ultraman skin. That's true. Davon, that is a skin that you can find actually by just checking the game files. But yeah, that skin is most of the time is completely hidden for the other players. Yeah, it probably was deleted because the copyright. All right. So welcome, Dark Knight. Welcome to the class. You are not too late, actually. Okay, and just to be sure that this code is working, I'm going to try to climb myself also, okay? So just give me 1 second here, guys. We are going to try to climb. And just to let you know, guys, in around 10 minutes or less, I will have to do a small pause here because there is something that I have to do for just 5 or 3 minutes. So just to let you know, I'm going to put, okay, incorrect code. Let's check this. When that happens, guys, remember, sometimes it's an error with Miniword. Yes, just let me know. Davon, what is your question? Okay. So just let's move here. And when that happens to you inside the game, you just can go here. On here, go to events, activation code, put your code in, and it's supposed to work in. No, what happened with this? Okay. So guys, let me check if we got another code because it seems, oh, I see it. See guys, check this. Sometimes that happens, as you see, there is a space at the end. So we need to, what? We need to delete that space. Okay, still having the space. Why it's having the space? All right, and now, okay, I don't know what is happening here, but I need to edit it, okay? So go back to Miniword. Yes, it has a space. All right, now it's working fine, so I'm just going to put that on the chat. All right, so Davon, if you want to open the Miniword file in Android, I already did a tutorial about that. I remember it was the class of about order. Remember, check the class about order escape, and I think it's the class number 6. And also, just to show you, in the description of this video, okay, no, that is not the one that I want to check here. Just 1 second, guys. In the description for this video, okay, what happened here? Okay, that is completely a mess up. Okay, all right, so in the description for this video, you are going to find different tools. So once more, I'm going to move back here. So check this. On here, on the description of any part of the videos, on any video, you are going to find these guys. On here you have like different tools. There is one that says File Explorer for Android. That is going to allow you to open the Android files, and Sublime Text will help you out with the triggers and scripts in Android, okay? So check that tutorial, and with those tools, you will be able to know how to edit files directly from Android, okay? Because the folders are going to be different from the ones in PC, but I hope you can see that, okay? Now, getting back, let's start with the building stage triggers, okay, guys? All right, so guys, for the building stage triggers, we already create a lot of things here. And let me go back to the screen, because right now I think you are not able to see me. All right, now you will be able to. Okay, guys, so just give me 1 minute. I need to do something very, very, very quick, okay? So guys, just 1 minute, okay? Or 2 minutes. I will be right back. Okay, guys, so that's it. So thank you so much for waiting, and let's continue with the class, okay? So guys, first thing, we are going to access to your map once more. I remember I just exit because I wanted to show you that. Yeah, that's actually not my ring. That was my alarm. So it's something I put on just to be able to remember some things, because as you notice, I'm very distracted person, okay? So Kawan is telling hi. So Kawan, welcome to the class. So guys, now let's start with the single player thing. And okay, miniword, why do you, okay, no, miniword sometimes doesn't accept my clicks, doesn't allow me to access to all the things on time. I don't know why. It's like the mouse sometimes doesn't work for miniword. Okay, so now you are going to access just to the section about triggers. And remember guys, we already got this finished, but on here we only have one trigger right now, that is inventory building, okay? So what is going to happen for inventory building? Inventory building, which is going to give us the different items, but just for the inventory part, that is going to be related with building, to build blocks, to build your forts. And that's the first thing that we are going to do to the players. So we already got this, but we doesn't have implemented anything yet on it. So first thing you are going to do, you are going to take out the check mark. Okay, so it needs to be, okay, miniword is like failing in this. All right. So you are going to just take that out, and you are going to access to the trigger, okay? The trigger has no actions, but what we are going to do is just add some information to the trigger, okay? So first thing is that we have to delete everything that players has on if the player was already in the battle season before, okay? So how do you do that, okay? First, you are going to add a new trigger, a new action for that trigger, sorry. And what you are going to go is to pliers, and in pliers, you are going to go to this section. The section that we are going to select is the one that says remove item, okay? So if anything happens, as an example, the pliers was fighting and the time was time up, they will be able to just remove all the inventory that they have, and they are going to add a new one. So first we are going to remove the item. You just hit remove item. And when you hit remove item, you are going to remove at first from pliers in trigger event, the one that is snowball, okay? So remember, for this map, we got already here a snowball, okay? Remember that the snowball that we got here is not the same that it was in game. It's a new one, a custom one. So we are going to select that one and take out 1000 blocks of it, okay? So that's going to assure that even if the player saves some snowballs in the inventory, you will be able to take out those from there, okay? So that's going to be the first. Okay, as you realize, many were like close everything for some reason. So then you are going to just copy and paste, and for the second, you are going to delete the first item and that the player will have in the battle part, okay? So when the player is battling, when the player is in combat stage, the first one is going to be the main weapon, okay? So when we start creating triggers, we create a couple of triggers that was player register, team red, and team blue. And also we set up the rules when we complete a recipe, we got some variables from our players. So with that, we don't have to remove all the different classes items. We just need to use a variable, okay? So how do you do for select the variable? Just select function library, player, and on that, you are going to have one that says player private variable item type. So you are going to select that one. And once you've got it, it's going to show you the next things. So on here, just select pliers in trigger event. And in the first one, you are going to select a variable that we got for the inventory one, okay? That's the one that we are going to do, all right? Then, what you are going to do next is just to copy and paste once more. And we are going to use the same 1000, but this time we are going to select inventory number 2. Then we got the same one, but this time we are going to select inventory number 3, okay? So once you add the 4 different deletes, we are going to do the next thing. We are going to set up a variable, okay? So those are going to be the variables that the player or the system is going to use. So for this, you are going to select assign and you are going to select item type setup, okay? So what it's going to do item type setup is just going to set up a variable for tell the game later to delete those specific items, okay? So in the beginning, or in the first square, you are going to select pliers, private variable, item type, and you are going to just expand that section. And when you expand it, you are going to select pliers in trigger event, okay, sorry. Pliers in trigger event, and you are going to select inventory 1, and then we need to set up which item is going to be saved as inventory 1. So on here, you are going to select first this one that says snowball, okay? Once you select your snowball, oh sorry, no snowball, all right. Forgot that we are not selecting the inventory. You are going to select your first snow. Remember, this is not the normal snow. This is the snow that is going to be in the floor, okay? So remember, in the floor, there is going to be some snow. And also for the walls, we are going to have a different one, okay? So sorry, the one that we are going to use here is the snow that you put in the floor, okay? So it's, sorry, not in the floor. I'm a little bit confused with this. So let me show you with an example very quickly. You are not going to use this snow, the snow that you can find in the, or that you have in the floor. You are going to select instead the snow that you got in the walls, the one that you can place as a block, okay? So in my case, in my situation, is going to be the snow block, okay? So once more, function library, okay. Many words. I hate when that happens. So select template library, custom, and select your custom snow block, okay? And just add it as you have supposed to be added. Once you got it, now you are going to just copy and paste this, okay? Okay, my mouse and my miniboard is a little bit crazy right now. Okay, so 1 second. Come on, work. Just copy and paste. Okay, guys, so let me place you in a brink and small hold in a little bit of wait. I need to change my mouse battery because it seems that it's not working very fine, okay? So just give me 2 minutes, guys. I will search for a new mouse or I will search for a battery, okay? I will come back right away. Just give me a Okay, guys, give me 1 second more. I actually didn't find any specific battery, but I will have another mouse, so I just need to find it. Sorry for that, guys. Just 1 minute more, please. Okay, guys, so good news. I just found out another mouse, so I have to change my mouse, but well, now it's going to work much better, okay? So let's continue with this, guys. In the screen, remember that we were making this, so please go ahead and copy the snow one that you copied before, and you are going to do the next thing, okay? So with the second one, the one that you are going to copy, just access here, and you need to change only this. So we were having before inventory number 1, we are going to change it to inventory number 2. Once we got it, we have to select which is going to be the item, and the item that we are going to have for the building stage is the one that we called as an upgrade. Remember that we got this created on the previous classes. It's the upgrade block, okay? Just select confirm, and you are going to got it in your inventory. Now just copy and paste once more, and the last options that you are going to select that here is just inventory number 3, and you are going to select the item on here as the item that is going to be the downgrade. Okay, so remember, upgrade is going to make our blocks be a little bit stronger, and downgrade is going to make our blocks a little bit slower, but we are going to recover a block. So that's going to be very helpful, because with that we can decide which blocks in our game are going to be more powerful or are going to be less powerful, okay? So let me change here the light a little bit more, and that's it. So now that we got those two, or what is going to be in the inventory for that one, we have to add some building blocks for the plier, okay? So what we are going to do is just hit here, pliers, and we are going to add an item, okay? The item that we are going to add, it's going to be building blocks, okay? So remember that we set up this variable also at the beginning, and this is how much blocks is going to have a your building session. So in our case, we set up as 100, but save it here. So select that variable. On here, you need to select which item, okay? So for the item, you are going to select variable, okay, by a player's private variable, item type, and you are going to select inventory 1, okay? And it's going to be to the player's in trigger event. So why, and you are wondering probably, why we have here like a different amounts or different blocks that we are going to use. When instead setting up this first, we won't give the item directly. The reason is very easy, guys. With this map, I'm going to teach you a single map, but you will be able to do the game by rounds. That means that every round is going to renew and renew and renew. So to be able to use that, we use that system, okay? So that's going to be just for the first one, just copy and paste. Almost all of this is going to be copy and paste. The second one that you are going to do is just select add one item, just one. Once more, you are going to select function, player private variable, and the player private variable is going to be inventory number 2. Okay, that's very important, guys. Once more, inventory number 2 on player's event. And probably you're guessing what is going to be next. It's going to be, of course, inventory number 3. So just copy and paste, just keep the same actions, but in here you are going to select inventory number 3. And that's almost it. Yeah, actually that's it. In this moment, the player is going to have already all the items for the inventory stage, okay? So that's the first, that is going to set up these different items in the inventory. Let me show you very quickly here. Okay, so whenever I select, as an example, any monster, and the time just completes itself, I will have just the things that I show you. So we got the different blocks, we got the upgrade block and the downgrade block. Once more, the upgrade block is going to increase the level of the walls. We are going to make like bigger or powerful walls. And the second one, that is downgrade block, is going to do the vice versa part. It's going to reduce the level of the walls, so you can move back to this one, and if it's getting level 0, it's going to remove that block, okay? I hope that is clear. And welcome, Pam, welcome to the class. Okay, mini word again with the errors about the movement. And then we are going to do something interesting, okay? So if I'm in building a stage, if I'm in the stage where I can actually not fight, I just can move around, and I need to be in my base because it's supposed that we cannot attack the enemy base. We are going to have some restrictions, okay? So the first restriction is that you cannot access or exit from the room. As you see, every time that I try to exit from my base, from my stronghold, I will be teleported right here, okay? And the second restriction is that I will be able to build here in these blocks. As you see, I cannot build. And if I try to build outside, sorry, I am. That was not the reason, but if I try to build here, as you see, the block is going to disappear and is not going to allow me to do it, okay? So, how do you do that? How do you do this, guys? We are going to start by locking the players into their area, okay? So for this, just hit new trigger. Just hit create a new trigger, guys, and you are going to put the name on it. The name that you are going to put for this one is keep players on their base, okay? That's it. When you hit keep players on their base, you are going to have some options here. So the first one is just that we need to select the vent, okay? The vent is when the players move away one block. You can find that one just by hitting moving. And the conditions, very important, this is going to only happen when the players is involved in a scenario. So just select here, game status equals to 1, okay? So for doing this, once more, math numerical comparison. And in numerical comparison, select game status equals to 1, okay? So remember, game status can be found here in the variable section and needs to be equals to 1. Second conditions, when the players is trying to exit, okay? And when the player is not in a specific variable. Okay, so how it works. When players in trigger event, and this is very important, guys, and here you need to put no, okay? What we are going to do is to tell the game, okay, so if this player is not inside the game, we are going just to delete or move the player back, okay? So no needs to be very important. And in here you are going to select function, player private variable, and you are going to select players in trigger event. And we got already this variable created. It's the one that says team region base, okay? So you need to add that action. I forgot to tell you where you can find that one. So if you try to search for that one, what you have to do is to search. So, okay, was I hearing the music too loud? Okay. What you have to do, okay? So, what you are going to do is to search for variable that allows you to check where is the player located. So that's going to be in Boolean if I'm not wrong. Okay, give me a second, guys. I completely forgot where you can find that one. I think it's in Word, probably. Remain the weather. Determine player. Ah, yeah, it's this one. You can find it in player in determining which area. So you are going to select that one, and you are going to put the things that I just showed you before. Okay, and the action is very simple. The first one is that we are going to move the players. So just select player, change location, and in change location, you are going to select to random area. Okay, so players in trigger event is going to be changed to function library, random location in area. And the location or the area, it's going to be a player's private variable. Okay, so function player's private variable area, and you are going to select once more the area that is going to be team regional spawn. Okay, remember we already create those variables before when we set up all the rules for the games. Okay, that's going to auto teleport the player to the area. Then you can put a sound and you can paint a text. You already know how to do that for that player. The sound I use is this one. Alright, And the text I put is just build your defenses. That's it. Okay, it's like an error. The third one that we are going to learn is how to avoid the players to build in different areas, okay? So remember, as an example, you are in an area that, well, you don't want the player to build on it. You can put in different areas and you can check those areas right there the next way, okay? So first, you are going to select the event. The event is when a player is placed or be created. That is going to be this one, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it's the one is created. And now we need to check the next thing, okay? We need to check if the block that is under the block that we are going to place is a block that is not buildable with, okay? So in my case, you cannot build over the ice. That means that all the parts that has ice, you cannot create any kind of block over it, okay? So how do you do that? You go here, you add a new condition, and the condition is going to be block determine individual block in a specific location, okay? And what you are going to select is which location. So for this, select function, and you are going to select location offset, okay? So in location offset, you are going to select the next thing. You are going to select the part that says event position. Okay, guys, that's going to detect where our block is being placed. And just to detect which block is just down below it, you need to select the one that says minus 0.5 just in the middle. The other ones, just keep it at 0, you don't need to move that. But this one, you need to move it, just for move it, select minus 0.5, okay? Now, guys, put a yes on it, and now you need to select which map or which block you're going to use. In my situation, in my case, is going to be ice, okay? I got super ice, that is not the one, it's the one that says ice, okay? That is going to be the map, the block that is going to be in the floor. Once more, I already selected this. Just one more, let me show you which block is going to be it. And it's, as you see, it's going to be all these blocks that are just in the floor, okay? Now you got this. And now what you need to do is just to tell the game what it's going to do, okay? So as we want to avoid the game to be, to make the players avoid to this happens, okay, let me just downgrade this because for some reason it was covering the part that in which you can see the parts. So let me just have the background a little bit empty, okay? So in here, guys, you need to tell the game what they are going to do. So the first option that we are going to do, so you have to select action. You're going to add a new one, okay? And the action that you are going to add is to break the block. So how you can break the block, okay? You got here, okay, yeah, it's this break a block, okay? And we are going to break the block in event position. That's very important, guys, okay? Then you can place a specific sound and a specific model for it. As we already have created auto delete effects, it's not going to do any like lag or something. So just select here, special effects, play special effect at position, and under just select the effect that you want to put. In my case, it's effect 38, so it's mark, and it's 38. We got it right here. So that's the one I put. You can place wherever you want and in that one. And also don't forget to put a sound, okay? So to put a sound, just put sound effect, turn effect on location. So with that one is this one, turn effects on player position. Okay, and now you're going to select which position. So select event position, select the sound that you wanted. In my case, it's mark number 2. As you see, that's the sound. Remember that it needs to sound like something goes wrong. So the player will have to totally understand that this is not working fine. And that's it. with this, we already finished our next part, guys, okay? So let me go back to the screen. All right, guys. So now we already finished the building stage triggers, okay? And now I will give you the next code. And the next code is going to be skin cards, okay? Let me put this on the chat, of course. All right, so Chakana, welcome. Shana, Kun. All right. So guys, this code is going to give you some rewards, okay? Let me show you that I can collect them. So we are going to go here, we are going to go to change code, and in change code, we are going to select which one. So it's the one that we just have into the chat, and we are going to claim it. Be sure that you don't have any space at the beginning and at the end, okay? And just hit on click and activate. And that's going to work fine, okay? In my case, it's working completely fine. All right. So once more, I'm just going to put it right here so you will be able to see it, guys. Until the moment, did you have any question, any, I don't know, you forgot or you missed some part, then I can explain better for you. Just let me know into the chat so I will be able to explain better that section, okay? And yeah, all right, so yes. For Damon, is asking me the question. I forgot to answer that. Yes, the different tools that I show you are going to be tools that you need to install in Android to be able to edit files. Of course, I highly recommend it because it's not going to only work for MiniWord. It's going to work for a lot of things. It's going to work as an example for editing. I don't know, for check your files, for clean your storage, a lot of things, okay? So I highly recommend it to activate that telephone, okay? Now, guys, let's move to the next section, okay? And the next section is going to be the upgrades, okay, guys? So what it's going to be upgrades? Upgrades is very simple. It's just going to be to increase the level of your blocks. Okay, so guys, this is very important, and let me show you before starting the different things that we got here, okay? So let me just put in my inventory the different blocks that we are going to have for this, okay? So, these are going to be the different levels that you are going to have for each one of the different blocks, okay? So guys, check this. This is going to be the level 0, level 1, level 2, and level 3. The difference is going to be that those blocks are going to be harder, and also when you hit any of those blocks with a snowball, it's going to be downgrade one level. So if I hit this one with a snowball, it's going to turn in this block. If I hit this one, it's going to turn into this one. And if I hit this one, it's going to turn into this one. And finally, if I hit this one, of course, the block is going to be destroyed. Okay? So as the block is going to be completely destroyed, the players can access. So the first step is that we are going to learn how to use this item to switch this block to this one, to this one, to this one, and consume one of those blocks, okay? That's what we are going to learn with triggers. So it's very important for you to have clear something, guys, okay? And the thing that you have to have clear is that this is going to be level 1, level 2, level 3, oh, I didn't put anything, level 3, and level 4, okay? And of course, a block that doesn't exist is going to be level 0, okay guys? So the explanation for this is going to be very easy. if I use this item on a non-existent block in the floor, it's going to put a block on it that is going to be the level 1. If I use this item here, it's going to delete this block and it's going to change it for this one. And so on until we get the level 4. In the level 4, of course, we cannot use this item because there is no more blocks to upgrade, okay? So that's what we are going to do. And how do you do it? Oh, okay, guys, something that I completely forgot. All these different actions needs to be without the check mark. So be sure that you don't have it like this, but actually this is wrong. You have to have it completely deactivated, okay? Now, what you are going to do, we are going to move to downgrade blocks, downgrade upgrade blocks, and we are going to create a new trigger. The new trigger, it's going to be called upgrade block level 1, okay guys? That's going to be with the first one, and remember guys, level 1 creates a block if there is no block in the floor, okay? This is going to be the only different to the others. So once we got it, we are going to go here when any block is created. So you are going to hit here, you are going to select block, and when it is be created, that's the action, you are going to check if the condition, sorry, I was selecting the wrong one. Okay, this one is different, just delete the first step is when the pliers use any block, okay? So go to pliers, and on here you have this option that says click on block, okay? That's the one, click on block. The first condition is to check if the floor that, or the block that we are using is the floor, okay? But only the snow floor, okay? Remember, for creating that, you need to be on the floor. Okay, so how do you do that? Just add a new condition, okay? So the condition, it's going to be determine block type, okay? So just go here, block, and determine block type, okay? Once you got it, you are going to select snow block or snow floor. That is going to be your block, sorry. It's not a variable, it's just your block. So go to template library, custom, and you're going to select your snow, okay? That is my normal snow, not the one that goes into the walls, it's the one that goes into the floor, okay? So you are going to select snow floor, is yes, block in type event. All right, then you need to check if the player left some snow blocks in the inventory. Remember that that depends of the blocks that the person has in the inventory. So we are going to select items, and we are going to select that. Sorry, this one was, I forgot. This one is some player, I think. No, it's number unknown items. So once more, you are going to select add. I think it's in player, and yes, number of own items. You are going to select that one, and here you can ask the system about how many items the player is going to have. All right, so number of owned items, it's going to be players on trigger event, and you need to select which item we are going to check, okay? So the item that we are going to check is the one that is being called snow. But remember, this is not going to be the snow that is going to be in the floor, it's going to be just the snow that is going to be into the walls, okay? So the one that you use to upgrade the blocks in the floor, so just select that one. And very important, this needs to be greater or equals to the number 1. That means that the player has more than one block of them. And finally, we need to check another couple of things. So now we check the objective, which is going to be where the player is pointing. Then we select that the player has enough items to create this. Now we need to select or be sure that the item that is being used or the item that has in the hand is the right one. So for selecting this, we need to go to add. You are going to select player, and in player you are going to select determine item, okay? This is going to be this way. So determine handheld item type, okay? This is going to tell the game which item the player has in the hand. And sorry, I think it's player determine item. Okay, no, it's determine player item ID. You can do it the other way, but I did it in this way. So determine player item type, and in player type you have functions, and you have player determine item on the hand, and the item on the hand is going to be for the players to trigger event. Yes, and you need to select on here in template library, you need to select the item that is going to upgrade your blocks. In my case, it's this one, so I'm just going to select it. And that's it, we have the conditions. So first the conditions, we need to remove one item from the inventory because we are going to use that item. So how do you do it? Pliers, and in pliers you are going to select remove item, okay? Remove item is going to be plier trigger event, you are going to delete one, and you are going to select the item that the player has in the hand. Which item the player has in the hand right now? It's the snow block. Remember, this is not going to be the one that you got in the walls, it's going to be in the floor, sorry, it's going to be the one that you have into the walls, okay? So you are going to select that one. When you select it, you are just going to close this, and you are going to add a sound, okay? The sound I'm using is for the player, and the sound is this one. You can hear it, it's Mark 6. So it's something that is not very it's very loud, but it's something that makes the player realize that something happens in the game. Remember, the feedback is very important, guys. Whenever you add something, put feedback on it, okay? So listen once more. That is the one. It's going to be for the players to trigger event, and it's going to be for players, okay? Then we are going to show a floating text. So remember, this is just feedback. Whenever you are adding anything to the players, you need to do feedback. So the feedback is going to be, okay, they changed the direction. It's going to be display text to the player, okay? And the text I'm showing to the players is upgrade block. That's simple, okay? Upgraded block. You can use whatever you want. In this case, I'm just putting it once more. Upgraded block. With that, the player will know that the block that he selects is just completely upgraded, okay? Then, what else we left, okay? Now we got like the text, we get the sound, and we delete the one block from the inventory. Of course, now we need to place the block in this position, because you know, guys, with this the player will know that something is happening and actually is going to realize the action, okay? So let me clear the background once more because it's covering that part. And what you are going to do is just hit add. You are going to select on here blocks, and you are going to select create blocks, okay, guys? All right, welcome back, Davon. Now you are going to hit create block. And in create block, you are going to select snow plus, okay? So how do you can select that one? Once more, select template library, select the block that is going to be the first level block. Remember, this is the block not in the floor, this is going to be the block into the walls, okay? And then you need to select once more location offset, so select functions, location offset, okay? And on this, you are going to select event position +1, okay? That's very important, guys, +1. And the facing doesn't match. Remember, this is going to be 0, and this is going to be 0. But on here, you need to put a number 1 on it. And just close it. Now, if everything works fine, you should be able to test. So if whenever you enter to game mode, Alright, 1 second more, and I will be able to show you. Okay, guys, so check. I'm going to use that one. I'm going to use the number 3. And what I can do is that over any snow block, I will be able to create a snow block. But that's only going to happen over the snow. I won't be able to do it over any other block, okay? That's very important. Only over the snow, you see, that is going to do this. Okay, so that's going to be the first level for our block. Now, let's check the second, okay? Now, for the second one, guys, you are going to just copy, and then you are going to paste, and you are going to rename it. So if the first one was upgrade block level 1, like this, you are going to change it to level 2, okay? Once we do the level 2, we are going to select on here well, actually, we don't need to add anything of this. We need just to change the information, okay? So remember, in the first one, we got this that says the snow block, yes, set. What we are going to do that is to change the information here. So for now, we are going to select template livery, and we are going to select our wall. Remember, guys, this is not the floor. This is not the part that goes in the floor. This is going to be the part that goes into the walls, okay? So it's going to be the part into the walls. Now, select that one, all right? And we need to change a couple of things more, okay? So the number of items is going to be keep it, and the second action is going to be also keep it. But in this case, we are going to select to change, and we are going to delete one. Okay, let me show here, yes. So we will require 2 snow blocks to be able to operate this, okay? So you need to delete, and here you are going to delete here, and you are going to put 2. And you are going to select the block that we are working with, that right now is the block number 2, okay? So you can keep it like it is. You don't need to set up this. It's going to be the same block here for all of them. Check this. Block 2, block 2, and block 2. For all of them, it's going to be the same. So don't change that. Just keep it like it is, okay? Just change the number here, okay? Now, you are going to keep the sound. You are going to keep this also. But you are going to delete this action, okay? So you are going to have this, you are going to hit, and you are going to hit delete, okay? On this one, of course, okay? And then you are going to add a new action. The action is going to be block, and we are going to replace the block, okay, guys? Instead of deleting, we are going to replace. And we are going to replace the block in event position with the next level block, okay? So once more, if you got level 1, you are going to put now level 2, and then you are going to put level 3, and then you are going to put level 4, okay? So as you see, it's easy. It's not that much complicated. So we are going to select just the next level. So remember, this is going to be level 1, this is going to be level 2, this is going to be level 3, and this is going to be level 4. So I'm just going to select the next level, that is going to be dark snow, okay? As you see, I got it right here. And that's it, guys. As you see, it's very easy to edit. Just copy and paste. And just in the new one, put level 3. And we need to change the information. So, once more, we got directly like that. So, whenever applier uses a block, alright, so, snow. Alright, so in this case, you are going to change the name to level 3, okay? Once you got on there, you need to change the information. So if in the previous one we get snow, on this one we need to check the last level, okay? So in the previous one we got this to this, now we are going to change this one to this one. So we are going to select this one, dark snow, okay? Then you scroll down, you just keep it like it is, okay? And the only thing that you need to change is the end. So now we are going to select the next level block. So we are right here currently updating this to this, so we are going to select this one. And that's it. Now we are going to do the same. Just copy and paste. And once you copy and paste, rename it. You got it like this, change it to level 4. Okay, once you got it, you are going to edit once more here. So, in the previous example, you got this to this one. Now we are going to move this one to this one. So, at the beginning, we are going to check just this one. That is the level 3. Okay, and just scroll down. All the information is the same. Just go here. And on here, you are going to select the next level block, okay? Okay, once more, on here you are going to select the last level. So the last level is the Super Ice level 4. That is going to be the last one. If you got more levels, you only need to follow the same instructions. Just choose at the beginning the block that you want to change in the conditions, and in the actions the block that you want to upgrade to. And with that, you are going to have your upgrade system finished. Okay, I just need to change this because I moved this by mistake, but it's okay. Okay, so now that you got this, we already finished almost the content for this class. I'm going to give you the next code. Once more, guys, I'm going to put it into the chat and I'm going to climb it in my end. Just 1 second. Okay, just giving you some time to copy and paste it. Okay. So go here. And just hit and activate. And as you see, you are going to get the code, okay? All right, so once more, I'm going just to keep one timer here. Let me check the schedule. We left for the next class just a couple of things here. So I think I will be able to play your map, Kenzie. I will be more than happy to do it, but just give me a second here. All right, guys. So let me check here. We got here to cover for the next class. We have to cover downgrade blocks. That is going to be easy. And finally, we got the combat stage blocks that are not going to be that complicated. So I think, yes, Kenzie, we can do it. So we are going to play your map, okay? It's because we got enough time, guys. So right now, just for you guys, the class is over. For today's, I'm not going to give you more like activations, more triggers, because I know that sometimes it's too, yeah, the class is going to be too heavy to, yeah, it's going to be too much for one class. Okay, so I'm going to end the class right now. So if you want to leave, you can leave now. For now, I'm going to play the Kenzie's map. So I will be able to test their map, okay? Which one is it, Kenzie? Well, let me check here. I have Kenzie into my friends. Let me search for your ID. Come on, me, work. And let's search for Kenzie's map. Okay, I find it. Let's say. And let's go to maps. I'm going to test that, okay? Kenzie. Which one is the map that you want me to test? Crappy game, dream, battle, find the key. Which one is it? I think it's this one. Let me check the dates. Yeah, probably it's this one. All right, yeah, that's the one. Okay, it's going to take a little bit of time to load. I don't know if it's my internet or is that the map has too many resources. But let's check. I really like the preview. Kenzie is very good at previews. But I think you need to use a different color for the letters because letters are covering the back, okay? So you're unable to see. So hello player, you are a science project, but something go wrong. Kill everyone to win. Recommended to play in between 6 to 12 players. You need to kill more to have more weapons. There is multiple skills and get 50 kills to win. All right. right, very good scenario. All right. What is this? Oh, okay, I have an extra weapon. What is this? A skill that allows me to jump here. Okay. We got a sword, I think. I'm not sure about what is it. Okay, oh, I see. So I can only have one of the same item. Oh, and I'm Santa Claus. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, you realize? I was thinking that I was able to, but I was able to use the skills. Oh. Okay, so I highly advise you to remove the hit damage, because right now, as you see, guys, every time I jump, I'm going to get damage. So check this. Oh, well, not in this position, but now yes. As you see, I'm getting damage every time I just fly, so I highly advise you to change that, Kenzie. Alright, not more items here. Oh, what happened here? This is an elevator or something. What happened here? Oh, to donate. What is this? I got a weapon, but I get the same weapon I already have. Okay, of course, I understand. Alright, so you have boxes around the scenario that are going to fall. That's very cool. Okay, let's try to play it in multiplayer to see how it works for multiplayer. Okay, guys? Welcome, Session. How are you? Welcome. How are you? I see that you're coming. A new welcome. So, did you change the things in your map so I will be able to test it right now? All right. So, finished. Let's invite some players once more at my end. I think there's not going to be too much players from Latin America. Most of them are from Asia, so probably they won't be able to play with me due to servers distance. And Latin American players just wake up, so it's going to be very early in the morning. But let me try to use my phone. Probably with that I will be able to access you. So, mini words. Let's do it. I will play mini word here. Oh, you can see it? Yeah, you can see it. And I will be able to access to the room. I hope so. So we will be able to test IR maps. Oh, you find another glitch. Which one is the glitch? Can't see. Okay, for some reason, miniware it is no loading in my phone. Let me do a double check here. All right, guys, so once more, multiplier. I don't know why it's not showing me my room, but let's do that. Okay, it's not looking for a room for some reason. What? Yeah, for some reason my room is not appearing. I don't know what happened here. Oh, yeah, now it just appeared. It's not strong, but well, I have like 4 different rounds. But maybe it is completely failing. And now I access to my room, but it's in another room. I don't know what is happening. You know, sometimes that happens. Some mini books, but they are working on fixing this. So let's try again. Okay, now it works. Now it seems that I will be able to access to the room. Let's wait on it. And yeah, now I was able to access. So let's start. Yeah, I highly recommend it to work on it, to implement some extra things for fix some things. Like as an example, the damage when you jump. And extra couple of things. Okay, let me check what happened when you use the snowballs. Okay, every time you kill a player, you also get this extra bonus. That's okay, I like it. I like that the map is small, so it's completely good for not too much players. Oh, you have a problem, and is that you can kill? Oh no, you cannot kill those. All right, so this changes? No, this doesn't change. All right, I don't know how to use this, but I think you will implement something in the future. All right, Kenzie, but those are my things. The scenarios looks very cool. I really like the scenario design, more than the visual part. I mean the like that you can move around all the scenario. It's very good map design this time. Very good, Kenzie, but I needed left some decorations, okay? So in this part is very cool because it has those little pipes and things, but inside of the rooms it looks very generic. It's like doesn't have lights or something. I highly advise you to implement a little bit more of that also. And just remember the rule I always told you, Kenzie, try to not to put just one blocks ups because if you are in cell phone, probably you're gonna get stuck here because you know cell phone is not precise, so probably you're going to be completely stuck in some parts, okay? Now in computer it's very easy, but in cell phones that parts are complicated. Of course, not for all the map. I understand that there are some parts like this that you can have just one block, so you will be able to just climb. It's very logical. But for other parts of the map, I highly advise you to get at least 2 blocks to be able to move forward, okay? That will be it, guys. I'm going to give you the next code in going to play a room. Well, I don't know if you can join. That will be nice. The last code, guys, is the one that you see on the screen. And this is going to give you some extra things. This is going to keep you a permanent part of your skins, okay? Once more, how you can claim it. Just go here, expand the section, select events, activation codes, and now you got it. It's supposed to be working, and yeah, now I have a Chris hardware, okay? Remember, this is just going to be for events. All right, so once more, I'm going to switch to this screen so you will be able to see the code in full screen. And I'm going to disappear from the background. Once more, just in case, I'm just putting the code in the chat so you will be able to find it, okay? Oh, I see. All right, so not a problem, Sishen. I hope you have an excellent day, my friend. All right, guys. All right, so I want to show you a project I'm doing by myself. In the 6 remaining minutes, you will be able to see this project, okay? So I'm building a Pokemon game. This one is going to be a little bit different from other games. Okay, what you have to do is, this is actually not a normal Pokemon game. This one is going to be more like a fighting game, okay? For now, it's in current working. Of course, don't check out the constructions because I haven't building anything. I'm just creating the features first, and then I'm going to start building, okay? For now, there are not too much features, but you already are going to see some of them. Okay, so first, you are going to have you can select the model of your trainer, okay? And you have different ways to choose your initial. So you can talk with Professor Oak, which is going to show you the different, or you can click on the Pokeballs, or you are going to have a Pokeball in your inventory. You can use that one to choose any of the starters, okay? Very important, guys. You can see like the basic information about the stats, but this is very important, guys. Every one of the Pokemons that you receive, even if you receive 2 different Squirtles or you capture 2 different Squirtles, they are going to have different stats. So that means that there is no 2 Pokemons that are going to be the same. That's going to be very important. So as an example, I'm going to choose Charmander, okay? Once I select Charmander, I'm going to have Charmander here in the first part. So whenever I select Charmander, it's going to tell me how much stats they have. The stars is how good is it. So right now the Charmander I receive is not the best one because it's the initial. It's just in 3 stars, okay? That means that if I receive another Pokemon, it can be 2 stars or 5 stars or 4 stars. And also, you are going to have different IV. IV is going to be a bonus that you are going to receive on the different stats. So the Pokemon I receive right now, it's just a 3 stars, so it has like different bonus, but it's a fire Pokemon, okay? So as an example, if I receive another Pokemon and it's the same Pokemon I already have, I'm going to receive some rare candy that I can use to level up my Charmander, okay? So very important, also I have a level for my Charmander. You can have 1 to 100 levels here, okay? As an example, I'm going to try to get another Pokemon. On here I get another, okay? So the one I get is a Squirtle. This is going to be level 21. And if you see here, the stats are going to be different, okay? So, as an example, my Charmander has almost same life, I think, yes. But my Charmander is faster than Squirtle. But Squirtle has more special attack and more defense, okay? And of course, according to this information, my Charmander is more balanced, as you see. But my Squirtle is going to be like more powerful in some things. Like as an example, the defense and the special defense are going to be bigger than the others, okay? And as you see, you have a small icon that shows you which kind of Pokemon you have. Of course, you can choose another one. Let's try to get a Bulbasaur 2. For now, you only have 3 Pokemons, okay? Yeah, I get a Bulbasaur 2. Let's see how level is my Bulbasaur. It's just a level 3. So that's not like pretty good, okay? It's a normal Pokemon. As you see, it has different stats here, and the level is just level 13, so that's why it's going to be less powerful than the others. As you see here, it has a less life than the others, but I can level up with him and I can make it better, okay? So I'm going to save those Pokemons here. I'm going to try to get news. Okay, very good. All right, so as an example, this is a 4 stars Squirtle, okay? As you see, it's also level 32, so it has more stats here, and also you have more final stats, okay? And this Bulbasaur is just 2 stars, so that means that it's very weak in comparison of the others. And it, as you see, is not the best stats, and also the final stats are not very good. So that's going to be the first part. Second part of the game for now is that you can of course buy some items that you can get in the store. For now you have only potions and rare candies. Also you can use rare candies to evolve your Pokemon. So I'm going to choose my Squirtle and I'm going to give 2 candies. So now my Squirtle has increased the levels to level 33. That's the second part. And now for the fighting, I'm going to put just two dummies. Okay. And the battle mode that is currently working, this is not the final part, it's just the starting, guys, is that you can select which Pokemon you are going to fight with. Okay. So now that you have your Charmander, you can fight. As an example, you have like different skills, and every skill has the information. You have this to reduce the attack from the players, and you can attack manually the players. Of course, as once more, as I mentioned, it has just only one skill. Okay. Right now I just put it 3 skills, but they are going to have different skills according to the level. For switching your Pokemon, you just need hit here, and you are going to have a different Pokemon with different skills. As an example, this one has the Tile Whip that is going to reduce the defense for these players. All right, and you have a time until you can switch back your Pokemon. Okay. As an example, you can fight, and the idea is, of course, to get in more skills. For now, it's, as I mentioned before, it's just starting, so you don't have too much skills for now. But of course, you will have some actions to kill the other players. Now, very important, guys. All right, when you got switch, you can switch back to another Pokemon that you can use different skills to fight the monsters. But this is also very important, guys. If I die, as an example, with one Pokemon, I'm going to switch with the other Pokemon, and very important, I cannot use Bulbasaur back again because Bulbasaur has fainted, so that means that if I lose my Pokemons, I'm going to return to the Pokemon Center. So let's die again with Charmander, and as Charmander has been died, I will be able to be Squirtle. Squirtle, I choose you, says myself, okay? And of course, if you die once more, you are going to lose. You are going to lose the fight, and you are going to be teleported to the Pokemon Center. It says Yeyo has been defeated, and the players can earn some money. Okay, that's how the project works, and that's how it works. For now, guys, that's what I want to show you about the Pokemon system. I get some money extra, some Pokemons here. All right, and yeah, I will be implementing this a little bit more in the future. For now, that's how it works. As you see, I got like different skills on here, and that's it. So that will be it for now, guys. Thank you so much for assisting the classes, and I hope we can see you in the tomorrow class, same hour, same channel, guys. And thank you so much for assisting. Bye bye, YeyoCore. It's just, of course, if you can access, I wish you a very good Christmas.